Welcome to Unfiltered 3, spilling the tea with
Cece,
Autumn,
and Brie.
Hi, friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. We're doing a little bit of a different type of episode than we've done before, but similar to other ones, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
We weren't really sure what we wanted to talk about tonight, but we knew we wanted it to be lighthearted and fun, but good conversation. And so I think we're just going to ask the cards.
Yes, we swung the pendulum to see, should we do this or should we come up with a topic idea? Because we went through a list and nothing was really hitting right. And then we just asked the pendulum, should we read the cards? It said yes. And then we asked, okay, should we limit the cards? And it said yes. So we're limiting it to 3 cards. And we'll see what comes out of this.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I want to see what the cards want to say to us. I love that you get the message you need based on who's reading it as pertain to what it's saying, How do they receive those words? I really love that.
The different perspectives. Yeah.
So what will this episode be about?
Let's see.
We got Knight of Swords, Strength reversed, and 5 of Pentacles reversed.
Page I picked it up to. Is that
Wow.
not weird? When there's a will, there's a way. Strong intentions and intense focus forge the path ahead. Your eye is on the prize, and nothing can stop you. If things have been slow, the Knight of Swords is a sign that it's about to get a lot busier around here. Oh boy. Your communication skills are on point, and you are able to effectively convey a message. Elevate and sharpen your mind by surrounding yourself with like-minded people to share your opinions with. Headstrong and full force throttle on a passionate endeavor is admirable. Just be wary of long-term effects that shortcuts can make. Rushing projects can mean overlooking quality control in the long run. Take responsibility over your actions and how they may impact others. Keep an eye on the quality of your creations and enjoy the process. Life is a journey after all.
If you guys can hear talking or singing or something in the background, I guess our town is putting on some sort of outdoor concert that isn't too far from us, so it's coming into the room at least. Hopefully
Well, it's not too far from us, and we have water. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's just ricocheting off the water right to us.
Yep.
Yeah. So we do apologize if you hear that. All right, strength reverse. Recently, you have lost confidence after experiencing a setback. This bump in the road fills you with doubt as you take a timid step forward, questioning if you are in the right path. You are giving in to your animal instincts and acting out in reactionary ways. Take a deep breath and realize that this is a minor delay and that you have enough resilience to make it through. No need to be anxious, your moment of weakness will pass in time. To expel this period of doubt, reflect upon positive things that are going well for you right now. Think about all the supportive people who have helped you along the way. There is always something to be grateful for, and that gratitude will help you get through this challenging time. Always remember that you are enough, no matter what is happening in your life. Oh. And then 5 of Pentacles reversed.
Perseverance through challenging times undoubtedly builds character. The 5 of Pentacles reverse is a sign that the hardship you've encountered is coming to an end. You're on your way to generating a new source of income, whether it be a new job or passive income. You're able to get back out on your feet and be independent once again. This test of character shows that you are able to survive through the tough times and come through stronger on the other side. Reflect inward and then take inventory of the riches that you have inside and out. If this challenge has taught you anything, it's that money isn't everything and it cannot buy your happiness. Release your scarcity and poverty mindset and rebuild your finances one step at a time.
Do you guys want to put any input in first?
No, I like hearing what y'all vibed off of, and then
I like hearing how you interpret it because then I can interpret it from that because I get lost.
Yeah, because you're
When,
kind of like the master.
yeah.
And we're the grasshoppers.
Yes. Yes.
So I felt like it was calling to what we as a collective still might be moving through with you were looking towards these things that you want to tackle and it became challenging. Maybe you're in the thick of it and overwhelmed, overworked, kind of trying to find out how to get through it. But in the future, there's a future to look forward to where you do get to the other side of it and you have to reframe your thoughts again and tackle another task, almost like ticking things off of like just focus one thing at a time. So I kind of look at these three cards as past, present, future as far as the spread goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then in terms of what we can talk about during the podcast, the middle card, what called to me at the end there with the gratitude and like having that positive mindset to get through whatever you're going through right now.
Mhm.
I was drawn to that.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I almost want to talk about like things that are good right now, things that we're grateful for right now, and kind of just have a moment of goodness that we just need to be able to make it through what all the things we're going through right now.
Well, that tiger definitely stood out for me because yesterday I had a moment of where it said lash out like your animal instincts or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was me yesterday. I was totally hangry and it was coming out and I was getting super snappy. And I definitely got a little snappy with John.
Yeah.
But I acknowledged it and I said, I think I'm really hangry right now. I think I just need to eat and have a moment of just relaxation. And he let me get my frustration out. He fed me.
Smart.
Yeah, which we went out and had this Mod Podge dinner. It was fantastic.
Mm.
Truffle pizza
Mm.
and then sushi, shrimp sushi.
Did you go to like Wegmans or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
And then we got peach cake that we ate in the car on the ride home.
Aw.
Yeah, and then 2 chocolate chip cookies and a sugar cookie for later that we split. And so we had the pizza and then we ate the sushi and then we ate the cake in the car on the ride home. And I was like, I'm happy. I remember eating the cake and I'm happy now. And he's like, good.
That's so
But
funny.
like I did really appreciate that moment because I acknowledged, yo, I'm not good right now.
Yeah.
And he accepted it and he's like, I understand. Let's solve the problem.
Mm.
And then it turned into a really great little moment. So I'm really grateful that I get those little moments and that I can reflect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were able to communicate.
Yeah, that's a big
Mhm.
one for me.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just kidding.
And, that check in with yourself as just knowing that you weren't good.
Mhm.
That's big too.
Yeah. Yay me.
I had a similar situation this week, but it wasn't hangry. I've been in pain. I don't know what I did to my back, but I did something to my back, and now I can't move to the left. And it's time to post our TikTok. But no, Derek was, I don't even know. I was short with him in somehow, some way, in some capacity. And he was just like, why are you talking to me like that? And I just like was like, okay, all I'm feeling right now is the pain. And clearly that's bleeding into my tone.
Mhm.
And so where I couldn't hear it, I was just talking to him and as normal, but I'm in pain. So it's a little bit more tense. It's a little bit more curt.
Mhm.
And so I said, I was like, I'm sorry. It's not you. It's not personal in any way. I just hurt. And so it's coming through to you. And I apologize for that. It's probably going to continue though, just because I am so tense. It's going to continue to come through my tone. I said, but I will try and be mindful of it as much as I can. And I apologize. Like you're very helpful. Like you've been wonderful. Your communication's been good. Like you've done nothing wrong.
Mhm.
Just kind of giving those like affirmations to him, letting him know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
That's
he's
great.
doing good.
That reassurance.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Because you're gonna have those moments where you're going through it and it's gonna kind of bleed out of you. And then sometimes you can stop it. Sometimes you gotta kind of just let it bleed out, but you gotta let the people know that around you that it's like, give me the space if you can't handle being near me, or just know it's not personal and I have so much love for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I dropped my crystal in the middle of Autumn saying that, so that's the noise you heard. Sorry. We all have little crystals that we're fondling.
Well, it's nice to just have a little vibe in the room, and that's one of the things we like to do is just fondle rocks.
Yeah, I'm stroking my elephant's nose. I am though.
Hers is cut the shape of an elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have so her elephant is a lapis lazuli. That was just a free gift. I didn't buy it. Lapis lazuli is one that's not ethically sourced well. So I do want to say that. But
Yeah.
so you have the lapis lazuli and an elephant. Cece has an aquamarine.
It's
That's
very pretty.
yeah, it has the brown on the bottom and like a turquoise on top.
Yeah.
And then I'm fondling a black obsidian that's like pretty much a square
Yeah.
that called to me the other day.
We just put out some black obsidian triangles on our coffee table.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hopefully they're supposed to ward off stuff, so hopefully
Yeah.
they work.
Yes.
Go
Just
away.
remember to cleanse them regularly.
Okay. How should I cleanse them?
The easiest way that I do that's low energy at least is to put them out in the full moon
Okay.
and let the light of the full moon cleanse your stuff. You can also make moon water, but that's getting into the craft a little bit. I definitely want to talk about that sometime.
Yeah. I want to learn.
But you can also sound cleanse, which you could yell at it. You could bang pots of pans. You can just smack it in your hand. You can smoke cleanse if you like incense, but you have pets, so you'd have to keep them away to
Yeah, I don't
protect
like
them from that.
incense.
And if you are a smoker, whether that's the tobacco wacky or the some other funny name for the
Other one?
other one that's green, you can cleanse your crystals that way. But yeah, it's just a quick note on that. There's books out there on being a weed witch, and it's a very protective. If you go into it, you can cleanse yourself. You can have the intention that it's going to protect you psychically, and then you have like a good or a better trip.
Hmm.
There's a lot there.
My sister
Yeah.
just sent me a witch book. I think she liked that I bought that one, so which I haven't. I found the green candle because I knew there was a spell with a green candle, and then I didn't open the book some. So I don't know. I don't know why I can't open books.
Maybe there's some trauma there.
Maybe. I mean, there is a really big moment, I think, because I'm always drawn back to it. It's why I hate reading out loud as well, because I had to. It was like 5th grade, maybe? I think it was 5th grade, yeah. And I had a retainer, and like, teacher calls on you to read in class. You gotta read in class. And she like made me feel like I was being made fun of, that I could not speak with my retainer in, and that no one else could understand me. So then I take it out, but I'm still not great. So she
Yeah.
made me feel like poo. And that's probably where a lot of it comes from.
So the next time you open a book, mentally give yourself a hug.
Okay.
Or physically, if you like to do that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm also drawn to the fact that it could be my ADHD, where I'm like, if I open the book, then if I get drawn in, I'm here for hours. But I don't know why that's such a bad thing.
You can set timers, or
Mm.
I like to say up to. I need to finish chapters.
Yeah,
If
I
a
feel
timer
like
goes off, I need to finish the chapter. So you could go off of chapters too, instead of just a timer, or both.
And something like the way that your book is, just go in. I think in that aspect, you're too far in the future. You're like too focused on, okay, well, if I do this, then I'm going to be doing this for hours. Or like you just need to focus on the now, because if you do it for hours, then you were meant to do it for hours.
Yeah, I definitely
Especially like,
overthink.
yeah, like especially in like that kind of setting. Like just open it, do whatever spell calls to you, and then if you feel called to do another spell, because it's not like a book that you're gonna sit there and you're gonna just like read,
Yeah.
right? Like you're gonna find the spell you want to do and then go do the spell, and then you're only referring back to the spell like a recipe book kind of thing.
I need to think of it more like a recipe book. That's a good way to put it.
But
Okay.
yeah, I think and also, like, allow yourself like, when you do open a book, allow yourself to have a couple hours because it's an experience I think you should have, reading and being able to let your imagination create this crazy, insane picture that only you can create, that only you can see, that's unique to you.
I like that. Okay.
You know I'm pro reading.
Yes, very, very, very much.
And then tell us how your spell goes. What spell was it with the green candle?
I don't remember.
Mm.
Probably a money spell is my guess. Green is
Mhm.
associated with money and abundance.
I think I was reading random ones. I don't think I specifically looked for anything. I just saw that I would need specific items, and I knew I had a couple of them.
Always, always keep in mind that you don't have to follow a spell exactly as is.
Oh,
Use what you have. It's like following more of a cooking recipe, I guess, than baking, unless you really know what you're doing with baking. I don't. But
no.
you can substitute things. So you can learn correspondences, kind of do some research there so you know what you could sub for. Or you can text me. I'll know.
Okay.
I can help you.
Okay.
So yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So I feel like you guys shared a couple stories, and I actually had a similar experience just this morning of like having that reset.
Mm.
And I'm very particular about how I have to wake up in the morning. It needs to be good, a good experience so that I can have a good day. And if it's like stressful, if I'm like rushed out the door for whatever reason, if it's like a grumpy wake up or whatever, I literally, if I have the time to, will crawl back into bed and lay there and reset. And I'm like, no, I am getting out of this bed in a positive mindset to start the day fresh. And I had to do that this morning. And Andy woke up stressed out because of his towel in the shower. And, he was naked. So he needed me to go downstairs and grab him a new towel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like you know, he needed it done in that moment, and I had to shoot up from like dead sleep to go downstairs and get him the towel. So I was completely out of it. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what is going on right now? I know I'm getting a towel, but what is happening? Like my brain is not on yet.
Well, and it's like also like a panic
Yeah.
too. Like he was
Mm-hmm.
probably in a frantic state. And so you're like, what? What? Okay, towel, what? And
Yeah.
you're in like fight or flight mode almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say the morning zombies, because that's what I call mine.
No, I've like if in that situation, I'm like, I'm up, I'm awake, but I'm not understanding.
Hmm. The alarm clocks, like the literal alarm clocks with the bells,
Hmm.
do that to me too because they're so loud.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It is, yeah. So I did that and I came back and I crawled back into bed and I laid there with my eyes open. I'm like, okay, we're going to reset here. And I got out of bed in a better state and we went to a local cafe for breakfast and we ran into Andy's mom and one of our family friends, and we ended up having breakfast together. And Andy had to leave early because he had to go to work, and I decided I'm gonna stay here and chat with them. I'm not gonna leave when he leaves because I would have had to walk home and split paths with him there anyways. So I actually sat there and talked to them instead of letting my social anxiety win. And it ended up being a really nice time. I had a beautiful morning. It was good conversation. And the family friend, I don't really have too many closer conversations with them yet because they're usually at like the deck parties that his parents put on. So it was nice to talk to her a little more. And I noticed there was something about her that reminded me of my sister. It was just her mannerisms and her like warmth that she gave off. It
Mm-hmm.
was very nice.
That's really
And
sweet.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm going to reach out to my sister because I just say, I miss you and I love you.
Aww.
Yeah. I feel like that was a common theme between our stories, even though they were different. It was like that moment of realization, of
Hmm.
pausing, and then changing,
Hmm.
having a
Mm-hmm.
better outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like your idea of resetting your morning because I'm very much the same way. Like,
Mhm.
there are mornings where I'll go to work and everything's good and I'm able to enjoy the start of my workday. And then there are days where my coffee spills on me
Mm,
and I forgot my phone at home or whatever. And I am just so fucking thrown off for the rest of the day. It
Yeah.
is so hard for me to get out of that funk. And then by the time I do, it's like 6:30 at night and most of my day is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm nodding my head profusely at that. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, it's important to remember that we can reset at any time and it doesn't have to be crawling back into bed to do so.
Hmm.
And it's just being able to come into the present moment and having that quick pause to reset our brains, reset the moments, and continue on the day as if all that other stupid stuff never happened.
So I guess I have a question for you for that. How do you reset yourself in that aspect when you are doing something you don't want to do?
First, I would ground. I That's might be something that takes practice, might not, depending on who you are as a person. I think I already mentioned, but I typically ground by visualizing a cord tethering me to the center of the earth. And I take all that gunk within me, just like cleansing a crystal, take all that gunk within me and sending it down. So all the stuff you're already pent up feeling, you release that first. And then I would take a look at yourself as a person, like on your person. Are you carrying crystals, something that can, or like jewelry, something that can give you a mindset shift? And then same with your space. If you have plants, if you have a clean space, is it cluttered? Can you do something to clean it up if it is cluttered? Because if you are physically cleansing your space, it might help the
Mhm.
space feel better. Just trying to do what you can in your space and in yourself to carry a positive mindset. Maybe you choose an affirmation that you feel called to that is kind of your mantra in those moments.
Hmm.
Okay. So there's a an episode that has come out and I think before I listened to the rough edit today. And one of the questions in the book was how can I think positively of the situation? And it was in reflection to a really bad situation. Like, what are the positive thoughts that I can have about the situation?
Mm-hmm.
And that called to me again when you said that.
Yeah.
Mm.
As I find myself in situations that I don't want to be in, and it's just like, how can you reset to then still have a good time?
Yeah. I've been putting out on Threads. If you guys want a shameless plug, follow me there. Botanical Brie. I put out morning and nightly affirmations that I kind of go with the moon with. You sort of have to find your own thing of what works for you best there. But it gives me a structure if I follow the moon. And it's about building things up, building your goals, and then releasing things that work against you. And I kind of find affirmations to help me in that sequence. So then it still feels like it's flowing too, and you're kind of cycling through the things that you need to take care of to have that mindset.
Mhm.
And it's like I said, it's like structure.
Yeah.
But I would say affirmations is the easiest thing for me, at least, because it helps build that feeling within you. Like if I have an affirmation about embracing change or going to bed, oh, that's what it was. One of the ones I put is rest easy knowing that your goals are in reach. They're going to happen, they're coming. Like holding on to that feeling, like don't just read it. What does that feel like?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
embracing that energy with it. And that helps with your mindset too.
Okay.
I think we can pretty much wrap it up with one more thing because we shared our stories. We
Mhm.
each had our own certain thing. We've talked about some other fun stuff on the side.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't touch on the gratitude too much. So I think if we list maybe 3 things we're grateful for right now, and then that'll tie off the
Okay.
episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start
Okay.
because it's actually something that I've been trying to in a way ground myself like you were saying this past couple weeks. And one of them is for my home. So I'm very big into designing my home and I'm endlessly changing my ideas. but I hardly ever just sit in my home and be like, wow, what I've done so far looks great. Like it
Mhm.
looks good. I have that home. It's furnished. It's got that homey feel. It's got that vibe. Just like sitting in my space and being grateful for that.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to do that.
Mm.
You guys and Grace, I'm insanely grateful for every day.
Mm. Ditto.
Mhm. I was like, I know that one's on the list.
Yep, yep. Yeah, and I feel it every day, like when we go through things or we just have those similar or like those soft conversations, or like I can reach out to you guys on a day that I'm not feeling the best, and you give me those affirmations that I need that I can't give myself in that space in that time, and I'm really grateful for that. And then the next one would be Derek. I've been that and just like family in general. I've just been feeling very, very grateful to have those connections. And yeah, yeah, so yeah, those are my 3. I know they're kind of generic, but they've been really strong lately, so I was like, I gotta say those.
Gotta say what you feel pulled to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love that. We love you.
Yeah,
I
we
love you
do.
guys.
I love you too.
I love you.
Number 1, support system is where I was going. I mean, I got you guys, I got John, I have more people on that list than I want to kick out, so that's good. And I'm very, very grateful for that because, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the time that I've had lately to not a lot of it, but to sit down and relax.
Mhm.
Because I feel like it's very thin right now.
Mhm.
Um, running around doing a lot lately. So, and I think I might have taken those moments for granted before. And now I think, I really don't know how normal people do it. And what I mean by normal people is people who don't have RA like me, who work a 9 to 5 and then have
Mhm.
kids and then top, 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 top. Like, how do you do it? I
Mhm.
praise you. So for those little moments that I have now, thank you. And third, I mean, I've been eating a lot of good food lately. And I
I
know
love it.
I'm sorry. I know that seems really stupid, but
No.
No,
it
not at
is
all.
it legit is a way to my heart, and I've been eating a lot of good food and it fills my cup.
That's
So I'm
good.
really happy with that.
Anything that fills your cup is not stupid at all.
Mhm.
Yeah. I know that. I just it's for me, it's silly for me to even say that, but like it rings true. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes. My turn,
Mhm.
huh? Well, of course, I'm going to loop in everything into the support system. All my friends, you guys, my family, which to me, friends are kind of looped into family now
Yeah.
Mhm.
too. Everyone in my life in that sense.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then also my spirit team, my ancestors, everyone that is my support system, truly,
Mhm.
that I can lean on, that just make me feel good.
Mhm.
I appreciate all of you, and I'm super grateful to have that now because that is a lot more than what I used to have.
Mhm.
And then 2 more. I start to freeze. I know I was the one that
I
said to
know.
do this. I freeze up when it comes to grateful lists because it's just like there's 50 million, 100 quadrillion things that I'm grateful for. And I feel like I'm almost prioritizing them, even though it's not.
It's like when you were a little kid and you had all these stuffed animals, but you could only have a couple on your bed at a time, so you had to rotate them. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys did that. I had to rotate them, or I thought they were gonna get mad at me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
But it's, like,
I
similar to
yeah,
that.
I understand how to put that into perspective with that because that's how I feel too. Like, there's so many things in my
Mhm.
life to be thankful for, but those are just the 3 that just happen to pop in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I will say, I am grateful for myself.
I love that.
I am
Yeah.
grateful that I am putting energy and work into this healing journey and that I am not allowing myself to get stuck in the depressies
Yeah.
and working towards a brighter future. And
I'm proud of you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Oh,
It's really cool to
no.
hear that that's on your list too. Like, I'm, like, filled with
Yeah,
happiness right now.
no,
It's really nice.
that's very
Mhm.
inspiring.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm tearing up.
I know, I know.
Oh, great.
It's like that it's me, but it's also that inner child in me that it's like
Mhm.
you've gotten us so far
Mhm.
that I didn't think would get this far.
Oh,
And
stop.
it's
I know.
almost like
I'm starting to really
you find the
Whew.
it's like finding the positive in all those nasty situations and that trauma that you went into because you are who you are now
Mhm.
and you're grateful for the person that you are now
Yeah.
that's been able to get through all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then what's a funny one I can go off of
Oh,
that?
jeez.
The other one I want to say, it's not hilarious, unfortunately. I am grateful for the opportunity to build a new relationship with a tree. I was waiting for the faces
Dog
from
head
Cece and
toe.
Otto.
My head was like, what tree? I didn't even question that you were going to build a relationship with a tree. I was trying to figure out what tree you were talking about.
The tree that I see out of my office window that's behind the garage,
Mhm.
that's where the bed swing oasis is going to be. I grew up with a tree that was just, it was my tree. I built a really special relationship with it. I had a swing on it. It was very inviting and friendly and got me through a lot of rough times. I wish I could go back and hug it. I do miss it a lot. And I've been blocked from building a new relationship with a tree because I've been.
I know. It's not like haha funny. It's
Yeah.
just like
In my mind, you're like
it's just like
kissing the tree.
it's just like haha funny. I don't know. Like
No, but I get what you're saying.
yeah, no,
I
I
totally get what
get
you're
it and I
saying.
resonate with it,
Yeah.
but it's just like the visuals, I guess. The visual aspect that I'm getting is you like out on your swing talking to the tree, which you probably will be. That's
Yeah.
how like you build a connection with it, right? Like it's a thing. Talk
Yeah.
to your plants. But like just being a bystander walking by and be like, this girl's talking to her tree.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I want to build that more private oasis. I definitely sneak around to make sure no one is gonna be
Oh
around
no,
here,
no,
or
be
I'll like
you,
be
be you.
discreet. I've
Yeah.
hugged it.
Just so you know, I've talked to the tree in my parents' backyard.
Oh,
I have talked
their
to it.
trees are just
Yeah.
beautiful.
There's a hula hoop still in there that
Mm.
either me or Sam threw up there when we were very little, probably my niece's ages.
Yeah, that tree has a similar vibe to my tree
Mhm.
that I grew up with.
So I get it.
Yeah, I am an animist, which means that you believe that trees and rocks and all that have spirits.
Mhm.
Probably should have led with that.
I don't know if I've ever had a connection to a tree. I don't think I've had that. Well, I don't like there were trees that I used as like bases when I was younger. Like it was perfectly played out too in my backyard. I was a softball player and I had a tree right at first, tree right at second, and a tree right at third, and then the garage driveway was home.
That's convenient.
It was crazy convenient. And we would plan like tree houses. Like my cousins and I would plan these elaborate and like draw them out, all these like different tree houses and how we would build them and how they would have different levels. But I don't think I ever fully built a connection with the tree itself though.
Yeah.
So that's a new concept. That's cool.
Mhm. Yeah, I was blocked from building this new relationship because I was still holding on to my home grew up with tree
Mhm.
so tightly that I just, I have this longing. I want to be back with it. I miss it so much. That's the tree I use to ground when I need a conduit. But it's blocking me from building a relationship with the tree that I have right here. I need to come back to this present moment, realize that that time is over and I can still cherish it, but I need to be able to move on there too and connect with the land that I'm on.
And then in a way, can't you also reconnect with that tree too? Because in a way, they're all connected through their roots in the ground.
Yeah, it's all visual. I
Mhm.
mostly mean that in like I can't go back to it physically
Got you.
and hug it. If it's even still around, it was dying when we were
Mm.
leaving, unfortunately. So it will always live on in my dreams and my memories.
Aw. What was its name? Did you name it?
I didn't name it. No,
Mm.
it's just my tree. But yeah, those are my 3 things that I'm grateful for in this moment.
I love that. I love how
Mhm.
our 3 things that we were grateful for kinda wrapped into each other, but then also were different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, guys, share what share what you're grateful for if you want. Share your 3 things or share all the things or share one, whatever, and how you related to the cards that were pulled and the conversations that were had today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share whatever stories pop up for you. And
Mhm.
like Adam said, tell us what you're grateful for. Give
Yeah.
us that pineful. My brain's still on trees, I guess.
I guess
Pine
so.
Sol.
Positive messages, positive mindset, things that you do maybe that help you get into a positive mindset,
Oh,
all
yeah.
that fun stuff.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Unfiltered 3. Remember, we release new episodes every Monday, but if that's not enough, connect with us on our socials at Unfiltered 3, where we can uplift, inspire, and embark on this journey together. Thank you for listening and for being a part of our community. Until next time, take care and keep shining your authentic light. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.